Hi guys, this is Aman Almadi, and I am here with this program. It's basically a program in which you have to guess all the possible outputs in which the balls can be drawn. So first, I'm going to show you the output, and then I'll explain the whole code which I have written here. It's a short code, so well, it will be fun. Uh, let's see. So I'm going to run this program. Okay, so yeah, wait, let me. Okay, one sec. Uh, yeah, I hope you can see it now. So basically, the n value is the amount of balls which are into consideration. Uh, these are independent of like the number of colored balls. That is not what we're asking here. The n value is basically the total number of balls of any color. So I'm gonna like to show you. I'm gonna give it like 6. Then k value is basically the value like in a draw how many balls are drawn. So basically it should be less than n, and it can be like anything less than n, basically n greater than 0. So let's say, okay, let's say 2. Okay, ball color values, it's like there we have to specify the ball color values in the sense I'm going to enter 6 values, and in those 6 values I can give numbers which will represent the colors. So if two balls will have same color, then their number will be same. So let's say I have a ball with color 2 and 3, and let's say 2 again, 4, then maybe 3, uh, and let's go with one more 2. Okay, so 4, the output 4 is basically the possible amount of combinations which can be drawn using these balls. So these combinations are like different. So for example, 2 and 2 cannot be repeated. So, or maybe like 2 and 3 and 3 and 2, they're basically both the same. So these kind of considerations are not taken. So other than that, the amount of like these things are like 4. Well, I'll explain the code now. So basically this is going to be the target output, or the target uh, procedure, what the program should do. Basically it should ask the n value, the k value, and then it will make us enter the ball color values and then give us the output. So let's see. Okay, first you need to understand something. So I'm going to, and basically I'm dying to try my pen tab right now. So well, let's see. So what we have here is we have 6 balls. So here are like 6 balls, and in here the n is basically 6, like in the demo which I showed, and k would be in our case 2. So basically when k is equal to 2, we'll be drawing 2 balls at a time. So this may be like this ball, uh, this may be like this ball, or this ball, or maybe like some different ball, like this ball or this ball. So it can be like basically any 2 balls, it doesn't matter. uh, what we'll have right now is we'll have colors. So when I mentioned that 2, so basically let's say that 2 represents red. So if we have 2 and 2 and 2, so 2 means basically red color. Let's say yellow means 3, color number 3 is yellow. So when I'm saying 3, it basically means yellow color. Then let's say I have a bluish color, which is basically represented by 4. So 4 is represented by like blue is represented by 4 color, like number 4. Okay. Anyway, so basically, this is what you have to understand, that this is like what we are doing. Uh, then basically, let's like go back to the program, and then I'll explain it to you. So if you can see the line here, yeah, I hope it's clear now. So if you see here, I'm taking two integers, n and k, to basically take in the n and k values. So this is like the basic C sharp syntax. I'm like printing enter n value, and then I'm reading the nth value. Then I'm writing enter k value, and then I'm reading the k integer. This basically is like a limiter. So a program can't run for n number of values. Like it has to have some limit, because the CPU power would drastically decrease when the value of n and k would like exceed. So for this, I'm like taking 210. That's just a random number for both n and k. So they shouldn't be greater than 210, both n and k. Also, if n is less than k, then obviously it's like buggy, because well, k is like the number of balls which you have to draw, and n are the total number of balls. So you cannot draw more balls than there already are. So, and k cannot be less than 1 2, because you have to draw at least one ball. So that will like just give the output that invalid input, and that then it will just close the program. So after like checking for the limits, it will ask you for the color ball color values. So in the ball color values, like I mentioned, we gave the values like 2 3 4 1, whatever you want. The numbers can be same if like the color of the ball is same. So in that way you can like give the number of balls. Then basically in this line, this is like a contingency line or contingency plan. This line basically, if by accident, if the user gives the colored ball values, like if the number of values the user gives is more than the n value, so it will just take the values till the nth number, like till the nth index. So, like for example, if the value which we took is n, let me check. I love changing colors. So, so if the value we gave is 6 for n, and like while giving the colored values, I give 2, 3, 4, 1, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, yeah. So basically here I'm giving 7 values, which is not acceptable, because I already have given n equals to 6. So what that line will do will only take these 6 values. It won't take that 7 number, like the 7th value, or any value above, like from this. It won't take these values. It will just take these first 6 values. So this is like what this line will do. It's basically a contingency plan. Uh, because while writing a code, you always have to expect that the user will can make some mistakes, and your program is able to handle those mistakes and let the user know, either let the user know or internally solve those problems. So here I've taken the step to internally solve the problem. I am not mentioning the user that you have given the wrong output or wrong input or something. Then yeah, these pieces, this is basically an array of string. So the this value is just like to store to store all the possible values that can happen. uh, you can if you like have some certain number of n, then you can like put it like in a, you can hard code it if you want, but I like giving this try because 210 is a very big number. So yeah, I'm not gonna multiply that. It's troublesome. I like I like doing it this way. So anyway, this index is basically to like the index of these pieces string array. I mean, the index is like the index of pieces array. Then in this for loop, basically what I'm doing is I'm storing the pieces of the balls. Okay, so this is actually a good one. So let's say that we have given wait, where's my color? So okay, let's say that we have these balls. Okay, so in the pieces array, what will happen is that I'm storing 2, 3, then 3, 2, then 2, 4, then 4, 4, and then 4, 2. So in that for loop, I'm basically storing these possible combinations. Yeah, my, I'm not very much experienced with using pentap, so excuse me. My this, I'll just remove that. So yeah, basically, what that for loop is doing is basically, uh, it's making a substring of this string and it's storing two values at a time. So, and basically the k values. So, if k is equal to 2, in our case, so it's making the pair of 2, like it's making a pair. If the k value would have been 3, then it would have been like 2, 3, 2. So, it would have been like 2, 3, and 2. If k would have been 3. So, yeah, basically that's what that for loop is doing. And in that next line, if k is like greater than 1, so if k is like greater than 1, in the for loop, one possible combination which has not been taken care of is this first element and the last element, that is 2 comma 2. So that last line is doing that only. It's adding this to the pieces array. So but like if k would have been like equal to 1, if then this would have not been needed, because then only the individual balls would have been taken into consideration. But since k is greater than 1, this we have to make a pair of the first and the last ball too. So that's why this if condition and this is taking place. So then like I'm taking two temporary arrays of characters and I'm like giving them the size of k, both of them k, and I'm creating an integer array of to be deleted elements. Like these elements will be deleted from the pieces array. Ultimately, after deleting these deleting to be deleted elements, I'll be like then calculating the length of the pieces array, and that will basically be the output of our program, of our problem. So to be deleted, that's basically an array to store the index of the elements to be deleted, and deleted index is basically something which will be added to the to be deleted array once we find that out. So and the elements to be deleted will be the elements which will be same. For example, in this small example, uh, 2 3 and 3 2, they basically both are same. Also 2 4 and 4 2, they are basically same. So one of them would be deleted, the other one would be kept. So that's what exactly what we are doing in this super complex for loop. In the first temporary array, I'm taking the first first pieces thing, and I'm sorting it out. And then in the next for loop, I'm taking the next array, and then I'm sorting it out too. Then I have a boolean flag. That's basically, as the name suggests, a flag. It will become false if like some any of the element in the two of the temporary arrays is like not true. It's not equal to each other. So, well, for example, in the first iteration, what will happen? The temp one would have this 2 comma 3, and the temp 2 will have 3 comma 2. So temp 1 will be sorted, so it will like remain same after being sorted, and temp 2 after being sorted will become 2 comma 3. So you can see that they both are equal. So well, like temp 2 will be deleted and temp 1 will be kept, and we'll break out from the second loop. From this loop, from this loop we'll break out, and after breaking out we'll then again continue the same process for the other elements. So then, like for the other elements, at the next iteration, what will happen? This element would have been deleted. So what will happen is that 2 comma 4 will be considered, and 4 comma 4 will be considered. So this is temp 1, this is temp 2. So like they both are not equal, you can easily see. So the it will loop or move on. So temp 1 would remain the same, that is 2 comma 4, but temp 2 will become 4 comma 2 this time. Again these will be sorted. So after sorting out, temp 1 will become 2 comma 4 and temp 2 will become 2 comma 4. They both will be equal, so temp 2 will be deleted. It will be like added to the to be deleted integer. This index will be added. So like that we are populating the to be deleted array. And yeah, basically m is this index of the element to be deleted. So yeah, one more thing, to be deleted can by using this process, to be deleted array can have same elements. For example, it can have multiple elements together, like to this second array, it can become like more than once, or maybe this one. So I'm using this distinct function uh, so that it will be changed. All the like only the unique values will remain, not repeat the repeated values, they will be like deleted. So in the next for loop, it's actually this one is pretty easy. This basically just deleting the elements from the pieces. So what I'm doing here is that I'm iterating through the to be deleted array, and I'm taking all the indices that are stored into that array, and I'm finding those indices in the pieces array, and I'm deleting them. So just simply I'm having this list pieces. So list pieces are just removing, and after removing, they are basically then just copying that. Since like the arrays there cannot be like changed, so yeah, that can be like made into a list, which I might do later. So but for now, like I'm taking a list, then I'm removing it, and then I'm copying that list to pieces. I'm like changing to array. So list pieces is a list in which I'm storing the pieces array. Then I'm removing the element which is to be deleted from the to be deleted array, and then I'm converting that to be list pieces into the array and storing it back to pieces. Then after the like iterating through the for loop, I'll have the pieces that will have the total number of pairs, or whatever the k value is. That many possible combinations I'll have in which the user can take out the ball, can draw the ball out from the n number of balls given to him. So then it's like going to print output. Length equals to 0. Length is basically the our output which we'll be displaying. So for int I, that's basically just iterating through the length, and it's just increasing the length. If a piece size is not equal to null, then it's increasing the length by plus one. That's it's basically in contingency too. because PCSI can have some null value. It may have some null value because of the process which we did here. So just so that we do not calculate that null value in our length, we are just checking it out. So it's basically to remove any possibility of error. So length plus plus, it will increment the length as we go on. And finally, we are just writing the console.writeLine length, which is the basically the output. Uh, and in our that small example, that would have been, let's say, let me change. Yeah. So that would have been this 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 4 comma 4, and this 2 comma 2. So in this example, the output would have been 4 2, since these are the possible combinations in which we can draw a ball. Possible unique combinations, I should say, since 3 comma 2 and 4 comma 2 are also the possible combinations in which we can draw, but they're like same, so they're not considering that. So anyway, that's a simple program. That's the program to get the possible number of combinations in which we can draw a ball from n number of balls, and it's just basically displaying the output. So well, this is just the starting. I'll be like putting up more videos, making some programs, and I'm also starting a new project. So pretty soon I'll be like sharing videos of that too with you guys. I'm using Unity to build it. So you can check out my other videos too, which are already there. Uh, well, I'll see you next time. Thank you.